Good evening, guys. Been working from home today. It is midweek, actually. It's Thursday anyway. It's just gone 5, so I'm going to knock off from my day job now and do a little bit. But I needed this hot liquor tank. Hello, doggy. I needed this hot liquor tank. I was planning to reuse one of those fermenters, the mash tun, I should say, that we bought, and it wasn't big enough. I needed something with at least 450 litres, so I found an Italian company called Polsinelli. I'll put a link below, and they've got some great products, not so expensive. The shipping's a bit of a killer, and since Brexit, obviously, let's get me Crocs on. The shipping's a bit of a killer, and since Brexit, obviously you've got to pay VAT and a little bit of customs on delivery, but anyway, it's just arrived. I had it shipped here because I wasn't going to be at the unit, and it's way too big to get in the car, so I think I'm going to strip all this plastic off and see if it might be a little bit more manageable. I don't think that's going in the boot. I have to find someone with a trailer to help me get it up there. Anyway, let's get the plastic off and take a look. No chance. Right, won't fit in the car. No one's got a garage really, and we've got no van, so temporarily we'll store it down the side of the house. Don't tell Sarah. I'll stand next to it for scale. She's big, isn't she? That's what 600 litres looks like. Right, 1 HLT. Okay. Here he is, the saviour. Hopefully this one's bigger. Still down the side. Hope the wind's not too bad this morning. Still down the side. So, see if we can get it in the back. If not, Chris has got a trailer. Morning, Chris. He's got a trailer, so we can hopefully get it in the back. If not, then he's going to come back later. We'll get it shifted. Right, let's have a go. So it's still here. It's still here. I think we just might have to live with it there. Chris is coming back with a trailer later. We tried to get it in. The diameter does fit, but the length, once it's 3/4 of the way in, it hits the little sticky outy bit on the back seats. You have to lift it to get it over that lip, and so it slides up the back of the back seats once they're folded down. But there's not quite enough room to not deform it against the roof liner, just where it's going in. If it was just 6 inches shorter, we'd be fine. Anyway, I can get some breakfast now while we wait for Chris to come back with the trailer. This clip's a bit out of sequence. I'm just editing the video ready to upload it in a bit, but the wind noise is getting on my nerves. I mean, I'm filming this on an iPhone, I think, is it an iPhone 12? I think it's an iPhone 12. It is an iPhone 12, and it picks up the wind noise terrible, so someone suggested getting a dead cat, but obviously you can't just stick one on the end, so I've got this little kit. It's a Rode iPhone microphone, clicks in the end, dead cat on the end of that, and hopefully wind noise should be a thing of the past. Just testing it now, actually. This, not for wind, just for the microphone quality. This is with the microphone attached now. Obviously, I've not got the dead cat on. Yeah, that's much better with the microphone on than the native built-in camera, actually. I'm glad I bought that. Deadened some of the wind noise as well, but not completely. Just it's just good enough. But then it was only about 60 quid or 70 quid or something, so I don't know what you expect for that kind of money. But yeah, I'll start using that now. Sorry for the wind noise, guys. Slim Shady's back. He's brought his trailer. Should get it in there. We're in. So Chris is following me, and he's just called. As he's come around the roundabout, the ratchet straps are pinged off, and all the bubble wraps have gone up the street somewhere. So this is a disaster. Never mind. The cargo's safe. That's the main thing. Oh dear. Note to self: don't ask Chris to help again. You got one on? Do you want me? What do you want me to do? I'll just.
Make sure you have good attention. What you want to do?
We've only got about 200 yards to go, mate. You were nearly there.
I'm going to go to Agnes.
Yeah. Right, it's on. Right, let's go. You drop me on the way up. Just I'm turning right here, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
You nearly made it. Nearly made it.
You've got to go. The problems with these trailers, they bounce so much.
Yeah.
So you've got to really ratchet stuff down. Precious cargo.
Yeah. You can see where I'm parked there.
Nice. Better than.
Yeah. Go on, I'll jump out here, get mine, and then you'll see where it is when you get there, mate. But if you don't, it's just on the right, the industrial units,
Yeah,
further up, yeah. Let's get the shutter up. It's getting a bit tidy here now. Rubble's gone, Skip's gone. I did that one. Roy did that one. The guy didn't come back as expected. Anyway, Mike says he's going to move that trailer at some point. And we've got a lot of outdoor space there potentially for some summer outdoor beverages. Chris has just gone, but we had a quick reorg just to see if we could make things a bit more compact, a bit more space. So this is how it's looking currently. Obviously we've got to do all the pipe work still, but hot liquor tank, mash tun, copper / kettle, fermenter, heat exchangers there for now. Not sure exactly where that'll live. Maybe it'll be portable, don't know. And then we've definitely got space there for 2 more fermenters. That's a good, let me see, what is that? How wide are these panels? 1.2 meters, I think. So 1.2, 2.4, so almost 3 meters there. These fermenters are about 1 meter wide, so we could get another 3 in, potentially. Anyway, I'm thinking way into the future. We're not ready for that yet. We just need to get that one going. the channels in now. Had lots of input from the YouTubes on how to fix that little wrong way fall, and I think we're going with minimum viable product, cheapest possible solution, bag of self-leveler in there, let it level, and then at least we're level. In fact, we could probably build a little fall in it if we're clever. So that's what we're going to be doing there. I'd like to think they're more or less the final positions that we'll keep these in. They're sort of tucked to one end of the unit. It gives us loads of space here, and then on this side of the unit we've got, in fact it's more than half this side. There's a good bit of room for people to come, sit, have a beer. We do need to build the cold rooms. They're going to take some space up on the left. But if we're smart, I've seen smaller places to go and have a beer, even around here. Struggling to know what to do with this. This is the mash tun that was provided to us, or I bought actually, from Sean Ayling at Tom's Tap in Crewe. He'd upgraded, got something bigger. I thought, oh, another vessel, that'll come in handy, but I'm not sure what I need it for. So I paid him 200 quid for it. So if anyone wants it, let me know. I'd gladly let it go at what I paid for it, no problem. If you fancy having a go yourself. I think I did the dimensions in a previous video, but it's just about 2 barrels, 2 BBL, so 300 litres plus-ish. Just needs a good scrub. If you're interested, drop me a note in the comments. Thank you. What else has been going on? So, the heating elements. Sorry, it's a bit of a mess in here today. The heating elements arrived, the new ones. So what we have are these Backer titanium elements, and they are titanium, including the thermostat tube. I had seen some of the Incolloy ones where the thermostat tube was still copper. There's no thermostat in these, I think, but obviously I can stick a thermo probe NTC thingy bob in there, but just wrong vessel. There we go. So yeah, there you go. So 4 of those, 3 kilowatts each, 12 kilowatts. By my calculations, single phase, that is 50 something amps. And I've got no power this end other than the cable that came down there. So the electrician that came in the other day is going to run me a 16 square mil armoured cable up and over the top. And we're going to have a panel. May have the panel there, may have it. I don't know where I'll put the panel. We'll work that out later. But we're going to have the panel there. And I'm going to run the HLT off a separate power supply. The heating element for the HLT, I had a spare one at home, so I'm going to use that. And it's it's overkill, really, honestly, because it's just for water. But I've got it 5.5 kilowatt, ultra low watt density, so I don't burn the water. But either way, it just means I've got to put a tri-clamp fitting on that. Obviously, there's only one hole in it at the moment for the tap, so we're also going to need to think about recirculating the water inside the hot liquor tank, because we're going to get temperature strata inside it. So it should be as simple as draw water from a hole in the bottom through a pump, dump it in the top as it's warming. So, or on the morning of the mash in. So a little bit of work still to do. So need to cut a hole for the tri-clamp, heating element, a couple of holes for this recirculation, and I probably could do with a sight glass on the side so I know how much water's actually in it, because there are no graduations marked on it, even internally. I've ordered a couple of IBCs actually as well, due to input from the YouTubes about wasting water. Thanks for the tips, guys. But yeah, absolutely right. Why didn't I think of that? So I've ordered a couple of IBCs. There's a local farmer that's got them. They've been used to keep barley preservative in. So I've yet to look at whether that's something that we could put food stuffs in, but that's not the intention anyway. It's just somewhere to keep the hot water that we're then going to use to blast the tanks with. Started to get a few bits together for the panel build as well. This won't be its final orientation, but I've just been clicking them on the DIN rail to keep them together. So we've got a little 12 volt DC power supply there. So mains in, 12 volts out. The 12 volts being used to signal the relays through panel mount switches on the front. The relays are 16 amp rated. Are they going to be beefy enough long term? I don't know. Technically they're good. They'll work, but noisy bastard. Not everything's here yet, and I've still not really designed it properly, but just got a few bits. I just whacked them on a DIN rail for now. So I've got a heat sink for solid state relay. I've got some Phoenix contact relay bases and relays. These are 4 16 amp relays, which I can use to potentially to switch the 3 kilowatt heating elements. They're within spec of that. There's a little DIN rail power supply there as well, so 230 in and 12 volts DC out to signal the relays. And I ordered these. I thought these were 22 millimeter, big panel, proper panel push buttons, and I got them off Amazon. It serves me right, doesn't it? They've turned up. They're absolutely tiny. So I might use them anyway, just for a laugh. But I can always drill the holes out again later. Yeah. Measure once, buy once. The heatsink there is for this solid state relay. There are a lot of, and my day job is in this sort of area, right? So I'm not saying I'm an expert, but there's a lot of very fake, very bad quality solid state relays available on the internet on websites. The brands that they copy generally are the likes of Photech and people like that. You're never quite sure whether you're getting an original or not unless you're buying it from a verified source. But I know the guys at Cruiser. I've worked with some of their team in the past, and they released this product. Must have been a couple of years ago now. I've got some muck on it. Look, it's dirty now. Sorry, mate. So yeah, I'm using these Cruiser GNA. So this is 50 amps rated. It's not particularly all singing, all dancing, but it turns off and it turns on. So what's happened since the last video? United Utilities Trade Effluent Discharge Consent provisionally approved. They came down. We're probably going to put a meter on there, but there is a calculated effluent discharge they can do based on the output of beer that we have and a model that they've created from other microbreweries. They know roughly the mix of effluent constituents that are going down the drains at other places, and they can apply that model to us because we're using the same sort of stuff. So provisionally approved, although they can't commit and you're not technically supposed to get started. The guy from United Utilities was like, you will get your consent, it's coming, but don't bend the rules. So we won't. There's his sample point there. It's mega complicated. Won't bore you with all the details now, but basically over the next few months, once we get started, we need to sample the various processes. We need to sample the wastewater. So when we caustic a tank, we need to take a sample of the water. When we use acid in the cask wash, we need to take a sample. When we jet wash the floor, we need to take a sample, all that stuff. And they will build a profile of our effluent discharge, which is the right thing to do, so they know what's turning up at the sewage treatment works down the road. As it happens, the output, because we will be very small once we started, but because we're so small, we don't even meet the minimum level for charging by the litre for effluent. So there's a standard flat rate that United Utilities charge, which is £297 a year. And we could up our capacity or our output significantly if we needed to from there, and it would still be £297 a year. What I didn't realise is they charged me 420 quid for telling me that. And because they're telling me through the water retailer that we use, Water Plus, they're charging me another 36 quid. So it's just all money. Money. What I'm going to do in a few months' time, I've recorded every single penny that we've spent on this so far. And there's some shocking figures that I'd love to share. If anyone's following down the road behind me, stuff that you should probably be aware of. Some of these charges are just insane and abusive, I would say, in some cases. So I'm happy to share everything that we've paid, everything that we've done so far. So anyone else following later has got a clearer understanding or an expectation of what might be coming. HMRC approval confirmed for the 2nd of February, or actually, that's a lie. HMEC beer duty approval. They will be processing it on the 2nd of February. Did I say July a minute ago? Going crackers. So that gives us our beer duty approval. Wholesale approval already done. Premises license, as you know from the last video, already done. We're basically almost ready to go now. Almost. First time I've had the door all the way up, I think. Does let a lot of light in. Makes it look quite a bit bigger as well in there. I don't know if you've ever seen the full size of the place. I mean, it's not massive. It's 10 metres wide, 5 metres deep. But with all this light in now, it's definitely giving me ideas about using some of the space for people. At the weekends, somewhere to come, have a few beers with us. Maybe help out on a brew day. Just come and watch the process. Enjoy a few, take a few away with you.